today. From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The Ravens offense set to take over and led by a man still just in his 4th season in the NFL, the 2019 MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jackson, option right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. From the gun, Jackson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
I have to imagine many defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it?
Well, you've got to be a little counterintuitive because normally you're sitting on the wide receiver 1, aren't you? But with Lamar Jackson, I'd sit on the tight end. He loves to throw into the middle of the field, loves that position as his #1 target. Take that away and hope you have a corner who can stand up man-to-man against his speed guy on the perimeter.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. On 2nd and 9. Jackson nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Broncos are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a 7-time Pro Bowl quarterback in his 10th NFL season now. That's Russell Wilson.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson.
That's complete. Okuegbuna.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They go play action with Wilson. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
After the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Jackson going to run again.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Mike Purcell able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. On second down now, it's Gordon. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And hard running is going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Wilson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw. Wilson. Finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good. Touchdown, Broncos! Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They overloaded that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Melvin Gordon leading Denver's offense back out.
We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. On first down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Gordon. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson.
He's going to drop this one down to Gordon.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now Wilson on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where you see the final score there. Patrick Mahomes leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Jameis Winston, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. On the slant, completes to Sutton. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. On second down, Williams. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
And a run like that shouldn't surprise anyone who's ever seen Javonte Williams play. Compact, strong, physical runner. He ran for 1,000 yards at North Carolina last year. In fact, it was over 1,100 and 19 touchdowns in addition. And that's despite sharing the backfield with another 1,000-yard rusher, Michael Carter, who was taken in the 4th round by the Jets. Najee Harris and Travis Etienne were taking over him, but many thought that Javonte Williams might be the best back in the draft.
Throwing is Wilson. He completes this to Sutton. 7 yards the pickup there. 3 yards remain for second down. To throw is Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Gordon. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now McManus for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was the rookie Javonte Williams who finished it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From the 6. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Jackson running again. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44.
Excellent anticipation again by Justin Simmons. Read the play the entire way. Career high 5 interceptions in 2020. A first-time Pro Bowler. I doubt it'll be his last.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now it's Wilson. And that's checked down to Gordon. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
second down now. It's Gordon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Welcome back now to Denver. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 8. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here's Gordon. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4.
2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line.
They run it here with Gordon. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Melvin Gordon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Broncos are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 24. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Watkins, you see him there, still down and slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Again, Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 25 on second down, Jackson. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. This time Jackson will throw it. Brown with his stick skills. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. That is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Second down and goal. Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Broncos are going to get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Gordon. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they take a knee. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about taking a knee at the end? And there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.
You're handing
out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural.
Yeah, but I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that.